The most important thing in self-improvement and getting any kind of progress, any kind of serious progress done over a long period of time is consistency, right? And something that comes hand in hand with consistency is momentum. Now, if you want to build momentum, you need to find something that works, and you just keep doing it. You just keep bashing at it consistently, right? You keep going, and you build momentum, and you don't stop. Now, obviously, a bit like a ship that gets sent out, you want to go across the world or whatever it is, you need to have like a direction you're aiming at, and then you send the ship. Otherwise, if you get it wrong, like, you're going to go very wayward. And also, a very important part of that journey is making sure you keep checking your compass to make sure you're not like veering off, right? Because again, I think I've seen this, I don't know if it's a study. No, it's not a study. It's just an analogy or something, where they said that a plane that might take off from New York and is aiming at like LA, right? If it's like 1 degree off, it might end up somewhere. I forgot what the name. I think it was Washington or whatever. But the idea is that if you mess up like 1 degree and you're traveling over a long period of time, you're going to end up somewhere completely different, right? And how does this relate to what I'm trying to say here? It's, if you want to build consistency, you obviously need to have momentum, and you need to find something that works, and you need to keep bashing at it, right? But it's also important that at the start, you do the research, right? You do the research to find out what works for you. Now, what I suggest in terms of doing this is, it's a routine, right? You need a routine, finding a rhythm, consistency. It makes sense. You do the same routine over and over again. Now, when you're building your routine at the start, it's important to make sure you've got all the facets that you want in that routine, right? So you want to get into good shape, you make sure you get like a good training program, you have a space for working out, you're eating properly, right? You want to like make money or whatever it is, you have a block for like work, right? And when you start doing that work, you're working on a business that you've researched that you think is going to work for you, or whatever it is, right? The idea is that whatever you're doing, make sure you're researching and it's taking you in the direction you want to be taken, right? And once you find that, it's, again, like I said, you're just hitting at it consistently, right? Like you're trying to cut a tree and you're just hitting at the same point over and over and over and over again. That's you and your routine. You follow your routine, you keep going, and you don't stop, right? And again, similar to that, those people on the ship that like check their compass every so often when you're doing your routine, like maybe every couple of months, you kind of just want to sit down and just take stock of where you are, where you're going, like just remind yourself where you're going. And then you analyze your routine. Is your routine taking you where you want to go? Maybe you've had like a change of heart in like a certain aspect, and you need to tweak your routine a little bit. Then you do that, right? But the idea behind this video is that it's important for you to find a rhythm, right? If you want to build any kind of consistent progress, right? It's in the word. You want to be consistent, right? If you want to do anything significant over a year, over 2 years, whatever it is, if it's getting in a fantastic shape, building a business that's making you like good money, or anything like that, you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. In order to be consistent, you need to build momentum. Now, if you want to build momentum, you need to find a rhythm. Find what works for you. Again, with the routine thing that I said, some people don't do well with routines, right? I've heard stories from like Iman about rich like millionaires in like Saudi Arabia and whatever it is. Like they don't have like a routine. They just wake up, maybe have their coffee, smoke a cigar, and then they get to work. Like they don't need a routine. They don't need a structure, right? And that works for them. If that works for you, go for it. But I think for you and I, and for most people watching this video, people that have grown up in like our generation with these phones and everything, we probably need like some sort of structure, probably need a routine. So I suggest doing a routine. But if you need something else, if you don't need a routine and you just like going where the day takes you, and you do get your work done, go for it, right? But the idea behind this video is you find a rhythm, find what works for you, and keep going at it. Don't stop, right? You do the research at the start, right? You do the research at the start, what you're trying to do, what you need to do to get there, and then you just do it. Stop wasting time every couple of days thinking, should I really be doing this? Maybe I should change up my workout routine. Maybe I should change. If you keep doing that over and over again, you just consistently stop, start, right? Find what works for you, and you just keep going. Put your head down and just keep going. Just literally just imagine like a tree that you're trying to cut down. You find the point that you want to hit. You've got your axe. You've sharpened it, right? And then you just keep hitting, right? And you keep doing that. That's the idea behind the video. Make sure you hit subscribe to join the Self-Improvement Brotherhood. And until next time, I'll see you boys.